Joe Graham again with Keller Williams Realty and the Graham Real Estate Group. I'm out in front of 1025 Douglas in Naperville again. This is our second video here of our series with David Hellyer. And gosh, since the last time we were here, you can see that this house was just basically framed. We were just putting on the treated lumber framing for the first floor just last week. And this week they're already preparing for the second story. So things are moving along very rapidly here. And if you're interested in this project, it is for sale. It's a spec house by Hellyer Custom Builders, one of the best builders in the area. And you still have time to make some of your own personal touches for this particular project. Again, it's a spec house, so the main things have already been chosen. But again, your selections of flooring, etc., are all still able to be yours. So let's go inside and let's ask Dave Hellyer about the progress of this project and maybe learn a little bit about building.
Okay. So we have exterior, all of our exterior walls are always 2x6. I just believe in that. Structure is obviously important, but also it gives us our high density, allows for our high density insulation. We also always use our full fir plywood, which is 4-ply plywood. Makes the house very solid and rigid. Okay.
As opposed to, I mean, what other kind of product could you put there that maybe wouldn't be as good?
They have some OSB and even foam products that people use on their homes.
Oh, really?
So the OSB is a product that can be okay. The foam, it's a 1/2-inch foam board is what it is, and it does add a little bit of insulation value, but when you're doing exterior siding, it really doesn't hold up very well, and quite honestly I don't believe it makes for a strong enough house.
Right.
Building is that guys don't do that. It's been for years, it was traditional just to hold your exterior sheathing flush with your rim joists here, and then nothing lapped it down, so you're counting on just the sheer strength of the nails, and it was a much better another benefit of having your sheathing run down, especially in a situation like this, is we have sleepers in the foundation, so our siding comes down a little bit further than what the grade is, and when you don't have multiple seams, it always makes that bottom few rows of siding perfect. So when you start off, you're starting off right.
So you mentioned a sleeper. What's a sleeper?
This is what a sleeper is. It's a treated piece of lumber that's poured into the foundation. So we have nailers for our corner boards, and then our siding for the house.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we just walked in through the front door, and I know that this is all just framing right now, but Dave Hellyer is going to give us an explanation of how this house is going to flow at 1025 Douglas.
Okay, as we come in here, the front door. As you come in here, the front door, we have our family room in here. The dining room is just off to our right here, and we do have a lot of glass in the front here to kind of open up the front yard. And off the dining room, the actual front porch will be an extension of the dining area, so they're going to be really pretty.
And what kind of windows are you using in this house?
We're using Colby windows. Yep, I think they're probably the best made in the United States. That's my.
Oh, so they're made in the USA.
Yes.
Window.
Yep.
Good.
So very happy with them.
Okay.
Perform very well. We are going to have a fireplace kind of dividing this space right here. We have a big open stairwell. That's all going to be part of this, so that it's completely wide open.
Okay.
The end of the hall here is going to be the office, and both the office and the family room will go out to a screen porch area that will have a beautiful wood-burning fireplace in it. We kind of have a cool feature up here. We have 2 different powder rooms on the first floor, which I'm a pretty big fan of. It just seems like it always makes sense to keep your formal powder room away from, the one that kids may be working on. So, but over here we have a really cool built-in bench that's going to have a transom light above it that's really going to let a lot of light in to the hall area.
this is so the staircase then. Why don't you go ahead and explain that to us again, because this is a really cool feature of the house.
Yeah. So the staircase is actually going to be almost a winding staircase. It's not winding in the sense that it's round, but it comes up, cuts through the center where those two window spaces are, and then turns and comes back up. And it will have an open section. They're self-supporting stringers. It'll have an open section all the way through the center down into the basement. It'll allow for a lot of open feeling. And then above there'll be a catwalk, and when we get to that point, I'll bring you up there. Catwalk that you'll see the brick from the fireplace continuing through, wrapping around towards the laundry room area also.
And the design of this house, I think I remember you mentioning in an earlier video, Dave, is that this two-story, multi-story staircase here, the front of the house is actually framed out, and it was designed according to this lot, right? I mean,
according to the lot,
the tree kind of frames out the two-story staircase.
Yep. And we can take you out front and kind of show you exactly our thought process with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. But that's what custom home building is, right? Okay, so out in front of the house, you'll notice that if you come visit the construction site, we've got some awesome banners here with an idea of exactly what the elevation of this property is going to look like. Now, earlier, Dave told us about the staircase. That's a two-story staircase and how it gets framed out by the trees that are already existing on this lot. So I'm going to ask Dave to kind of show us that again here from the front of the house.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, we were out here just looking at the foundation, and we were talking about how when we design for different properties, how important it is that you pay attention to, you know, the existing surroundings and environment. So back to this, we can see now that we have a couple windows and then a third window, and that window is actually going to be shining light down into the basement there. And we're starting to see it kind of come together up here on the house, and we took advantage of this beautiful maple we have here, and kind of highlight it so that we can really pull a focus onto the staircase, because it's really going to be beautiful as you go up that ascending staircase to the second floor, and even be able to see the fireplace through the front windows all the way in there. I think it's going to be a gorgeous look. So again, it's just paying attention to what's around you and making sure it's the right fit for the property.